Anyone else, that watched the weekend that was for NASCAR in Daytona, opening up the 2023 season, all these big things to talk about, new drivers in new roles, new teams, new manufacturers. They did some work on the cars to make them safer in the Cup series. And, there's a lot of, hype and hope going into it. And I think that NASCAR completely shit the bed over the weekend. Anyone that watched it can probably agree with that they did a whole lot of just stupid. I don't understand why they kept doing so much stupid, but they did so much stupid that, we saw in the past, whether it was rain stuff, caution stuff, red flags, start times because of weather, really anything that has anything to do with weather, they absolutely suck at. No one denies that. Everyone knows that thing, but I don't know how I just don't understand how they shit the bed that much in one weekend. Like, all the hype in the world cannot help you when you do dumb shit. It's true. You can't really do anything about that. And I mean, they did it every single day, really, minus qualifying, but that was single car. It's hard to fuck single car qualifying up. Let them go. Yay. It's not that hard. The duels, I thought they didn't, screw up a lot of stuff on that, which, again, that was a good part, but that was before we got to the main event and the weekend that was everything in Daytona, everything was supposed to be. And we did get to see some good on track racing. We saw people with new teams doing stuff. We saw people make returns. We saw people make debuts in the series. And there was a lot of good potential for everything that could have happened during it, but we didn't get that. And because of this, it was because of NASCAR. If we get to Friday, let's just start there. Craftsman, back in NASCAR. Craftsman Truck Series touches my heart because that's what I grew up with it being was, as a child, was the Craftsman Truck Series. And it was a whole different, generation and world back then when they did it all. It was a completely different world then. And I thoroughly enjoyed most of what they had to do to get us to this point, but they also, did a lot of just stupid that did not help anybody. And that's the big problem with it all. Like Friday again, Craftsman Truck Series there, people in new rides. You see Raja Caruth up there, Daniel Dye, Nick Sanchez, Haley Deegan on a new team, Thor Sports with Ford, KBM over to Chevy. Like there was a lot of stuff that went into it. And then it was all killed no matter what they did within not even 2 laps, lap and 3/4, and they're throwing cautions because it was raining. What good does that do? How did that help, anything to start off first race of the season and they're throwing it under caution on lap 2 for rain that they all said they knew was coming. Like, if you know it's fucking coming, work with Fox and everyone else to get it somewhere where you can watch it and move it up earlier so that we didn't deal with this stuff because it's just dumb. Like, if you know it's coming, why keep doing it? That's the big question of it. What's the purpose of that? I'll never understand what the purpose of that is, but I'm not the one making decisions, I guess. It's just unfathomable that we ran that long under caution because of rain. We ran more caution laps than we ran green flag laps, and that was the first time that ever happened in a truck series race in NASCAR's history. And I mean, over 20 of that was just running laps around the track while it was raining, waiting for it to stop and all that. And that's all like the last, at least right around double digits, maybe a dozen or so. Could be a little under. Don't remember off the top of my head, but that's how that all went. And that's how they got to the point where they could, call the race because it reached a certain point when they ran half the thing just circling the track. And that's just a dumb mark if that's what you're trying to do to, start everything out for the season, start on the right note. That's really stupid, actually. Horrifically dumb. I don't understand why they have to keep making such shit decisions, but it is what they do. It's very sadly common for them. I hate to say that it's common for them, but it's what they do. It's what they do all the time, and then they continued it through the rest of the weekend. Now, it might not have been rain, but they did a lot of dumb stuff like the ARCA series, you know, taking 2 commercial breaks to clean a track when someone spun through the grass, kept going, didn't lose any parts, pieces, tires, anything. And it took them like 10 minutes to get that cleaned up. There was a one, it was just, there was dumb stuff. Why does it take so long to clean up, a one car incident where they're on fire? It took over 20 minutes of a red flag to fix that. And that's not even ridiculous. That's just blatant stupid that it took that long. And then again, when the car went through the grass and all that, I'll give them credit. 18 rookies, and there are a lot of good, exciting things coming for them as so many people moved on. And, that's a really exciting, good thing, to have that many new faces, new people, everything. No matter how you feel about the sport, that's good for the sport. But, that was where it ended. I will give them also credit because they let them run back to the line, even though a car went sideways and cut across the track. They let them race it back. I wish they do that more. That was like the highlight of it. But, there are so many bad decisions that just kept making everything worse. Just like, we move on to the Xfinity Series race. And I might say, all the people in new teams, it's going to take, it was weird not seeing the 9 car with Bass Pro on it. It really was to me. Just, but Brandon Jones brings his own sponsors, with Menards and all that. So that carried over. That was weird. But otherwise, there was a lot of odd stuff that happened in there too. Mostly the big one, again, at the end, they wreck where they wrecked, the back straightaway there. And he was already, the whole field was already gone. Then they threw the caution instead of letting them race back. It was like Matt DiBenedetto getting his first win at Talladega, even though they wrecked right there on the front straightaway. No one's going to drive anywhere near back over that again, but they threw the caution. And then there's all the controversy. Everyone's sitting there on the front stretch waiting to see which one of them won. And what good does that do for the sport? That doesn't help anything. That just makes it look even dumber. Thankfully, there was no rain, but, that was really just obscenely stupid and didn't help a damn thing. Didn't help a single thing at all, and it never will. And then, the Cup Series, I understand why Riley Herbst, got a penalty, for spinning out, saving it, and missing the commitment cone to get on the pit road. But I mean, if he spins out trying to get there and can't make it back around, it's safer for him to get on the pit road than to try to go back onto the track by himself with no speed with the speeds they move at. And they gave him, a commitment violation. It was just dumb. And then at the end, when they didn't let them race back, which threw more controversy, it's just stupid. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help anything at all. It just makes them look dumb, throws more controversy, more people complain. Because they could have went back. You saw them all go back and, in a straight line, cut around everybody while they were trying to figure it out because they could have got back in time. They choose not to do that, but they could have done that. And it just makes things simpler and so less stupid when they do that. They just never choose to do that, which is a problem in and of itself. So I don't know. It's just thank God for Supercross because there was no stupid there. Chase Sexton's wreck, that was pretty stupid. That was insane. But that was, the only thing there. Everyone, good races, clean racing, no stupid. But NASCAR between long cautions, double digit, full, commercial breaks before we're even halfway in the 500. I know they're running a lot of green flag laps, but we still see some of it. It goes to side by side. Someone wrecks right away. They don't care. They stayed in the 2-3 minute commercial break. Which doesn't help anybody. Just really dumb shit. I don't know. It irritates me, but yeah, let me know what you think. Share it out. Subscribe to the thing. If you haven't, I'll be doing more of these. It was just, I don't know. I don't like it. I thought they shot themselves in the foot repeatedly on things that they should have figured out. Like if you know rain's coming, move the damn thing up and figure it out just so it gets in. It's a disservice to the teams, the fans, the sponsors, everyone to get them there and immediately throw a caution on lap 2 because of rain and then run over half the race under caution, just circling the track because of the rain. Like, that was really just egregiously stupid. I didn't like it. But let me know what you think. Share these things out, subscribe to it, and I'll be doing more of these. So thanks, guys. Peace.